What's the West Wing? I've never heard of the West Wing, Josh.
All right, so the West Wing is a political drama set back in the late 90s into early 2000s. It is a show that focuses on the staffers of the West Wing. The West Wing is where the president sits in the White House. The East Wing is where the vice president sits. So the West Wing is about the staffers in the White House, mainly namely the staffers to the president, including the chief of staff, deputy chief of staff, director of communications, deputy director of communications, and the press secretary. It is the West Wing, as in many serial dramas. Multiple story arcs span several episodes and entire seasons. In addition to these long-running narratives, each episode contains like subplots or smaller storylines that usually begin and end within like a single episode. Then you have that backstory that remains. Most of the episodes follow the president, who is Jed Bartlett or Josiah Bartlett. He's a former governor of New Hampshire. And he's also a state senator and a representative. They follow him and his staff through legislative or political issues, such like North Korean and Iranian nuclear ambitions, strained relationships in the state of brinkmanship between India and Pakistan, formation of the Minuteman Project, peacemaking, terrorism, Palestine, Israel, all that kind of stuff, like real-world stuff that happens today. They also address back in the show, and they do a pretty good job of doing it. I want to show this clip. There's a very specific style of cameramanship in this TV show. They focus a lot on the one shot, where they're constantly walking through the set without any cuts to different cameras, following the actors. So this is one of the walk and talks. This is called I can't remember the name of it. It's called the longest walk and talk. So we'll go ahead and get it up for you. Rewind this. So I'm going to set the context here. The president just gave a speech, and this is the post-walk to the motorcade. So let's jump in here.
Thank you. Good job.
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
Thought it was fine.
I thought it was a hell of a lot better than fine.
It was good.
It's outstanding.
He blew the D section.
Oh, they're still in the feet hearing.
Yeah, I said it was fine.
Sam, nice going.
Thank you. Tell him.
Why?
Because Sam wrote 2.5 paragraphs and I wrote 37 pages.
Still?
He blew the D section.
I thought it was inspired.
Why do you keep saying stuff like that to me?
Just to watch your face turn that color. Hey, your little fan club was out in full force tonight.
No, they like me in my tux.
Do you think I have an unusually large neck?
What the hell?
I'm just asking, because one of the...
Stop talking.
What's up?
I want you to look calm while I'm telling you this.
Tell me what?
We lost 5.
What do you mean?
802. 5 votes jumped the fence.
Are you kidding me?
Nice job looking calm.
Are you kidding me?
Leo just got off the phone with a whip. Last nose count, we're 5 votes down.
What the hell happened?
We don't know.
Give me names.
We're finding out. Josh, Hi there.
Hi.
Happy days are here again?
He likes it.
Who?
The president.
We try and avoid having the president make aesthetic decisions.
I made the decision.
Right. And I don't mean to step on your toes, but you might want to rethink marrying the line, kids are dead, kids are dead, happy days are here again.
It's optimistic.
Thank you very much, Bill. Thank you. Good night. Toby,
Sir,
what'd you think?
I thought my work was outstanding, Mr. President.
I thought you would.
Thanks for asking. Couldn't help but notice you got a little extemporaneous there in the D section.
Oh, you noticed that, did you?
Yes, sir, I did.
Yes, I did a little polish right up there on my feet.
Yes, indeed.
Right in front of everybody. I looked to the side at one point, you know. I half expected to see you coming at me with a salad fork.
Well, but for the Secret Service agents restraining me, sir.
Thank God for the Secret Service.
Bless
Hey
their
there,
hearts.
fella. She deserves a nice room and some supper.
You like doing that, don't you, sir?
Yeah. Say, Charlie.
Yes, sir. What do you think of the speech?
Me?
Yes, you.
I thought it was...
He means the text of the speech, Charlie, discounting the little improv in the D section.
I mean the entire speech, Charlie, and in particular, the delivery.
I thought it was excellent.
See? See, I think what Charlie's trying to say is that in this case, the singer outdistanced the song.
Really, what I heard Charlie say was that the text was user-proof, although you did your level best to disprove that in the D section.
You know what, Toby?
Sir.
You're what my mother calls a pain in the ass.
Well, that's what my mother calls it too, sir.
Oh, Mr. President.
Yes, Charlie, by the way, did the First Lady call?
The First Lady called at 8:40, sir. She wished you luck and told me to tell you to take your back medicine.
My back is
I have
fine.
it here, sir.
Those damn things make me goofy.
Bartlett seemed quite adamant. I described her tone as being...
You don't have to describe her tone to me, Charlie. I've been married to it for 32 years.
Sir, I don't want to get in trouble with the
Give
First
me
Lady.
the medicine, Charlie. Thank you. Have a good night. I'll see you in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Thank you all.
So that's one of the clips, the longest walk.
Wow.
But that's one of the long shots, and it kind of got me thinking a little bit as I was walking this. I want you to kind of notice just a little bit of like how it. I believe what the word is. Shoot, it's when you're placing actors in different. What is that called?
Blocking?
Blocking.
Yeah.
Okay, blocking.
Where the characters walk.
Yeah, where the
and
characters
are
walk.
placed.
So it's really interesting how they're doing this blocking, because you notice how at the end here the president is in front. They allow him to pass through. They get all the way back here, and somehow along the way they pick up the president back out in front as they're walking through past the kitchen where they learn the votes are lost, and that's where they pick up the president. And it's just so cool as you're watching the scene to see where the actors are moving and where the camera is going, and that the perfect movement of the blocking and the camera action. It makes that scene so much more immersive because you're following the character and it's more immersive.
Yeah, and that with that tracking shot, this scene would not be effective if it had multiple camera angles.
Right.
Especially with everything that they're talking, and especially, with, those type of political shows, I think dialogue is everything.
Yeah. This is also one of those shows where it's very, very, very quick back and forth. The lines there are some scenes in there that seem like it could be a 30-minute conversation and it's thrust into like 10 seconds. That's what it feels like. But it works because of how fast-paced everything is. There's been a boatload of criticism for the show for a whole bunch of things for how actually busy it actually is in the West Wing, to different stuff like that. But it's the characters in the show are Jed Bartlett, which is the president, Leo McGarry, the chief of staff, C.J. Craig, the press secretary, Josh Lyman, the deputy chief of staff, got Sam Seaborn, the special assistant, the deputy special assistant to the communications director, Toby Ziegler, which is the deputy communications director, Don Moss, special assistant to Josh Lyman, and then you got Charlie Young, which is the presidential aide, and a host of other characters that kind of run through. And you get connected to these characters. You really do get drawn in. And some of them leave, and some of them come back. Some of them change form. But at the end of it, you almost get this second win through the 7th season. The 6th inning comes to this screeching halt where everything seems like it's going to crash down, and the 7th season picks it up and swings it right back into action. It's such an immersive show. It's 7 seasons. I've seen all 7 of them 14 or 15 times. No joke.
Woo! That's good.
Yeah, it's a pretty good damn show. It's a damn good show. That's what it is. It's really good. It's my favorite show of all time.
Oh, nice.
And speaking of that, the fast paced.
We got an energy plan.
This is one of the other clips.
Okay.
Setting the this is the last clip I have. Setting the scene. Josh Lyman found a website where he could connect to the public, and now he's figuring out that the public is crazy, and he is about to get his ass whooped by the press secretary. So this is fun to watch.
We
We got an energy plan in 10 minutes.
Oh, Josh?
Yeah.
The federal page of the Washington Post just called Carol to confirm that you're the Josh Lyman who stated on an internet website that the White House could order a GAO review of anything it wants.
Without threatening the separation of powers, is what I was saying.
You posted on a website?
I was communicating with the people.
Really?
CJ, it's a crazy place. It's got this dictatorial leader who I'm sure wears a muumuu and chain smokes parliaments.
What did you go there for in the first place?
It's called lemonlyman.com.
Let me explain something to you. This is sort of my field. The people on these sites, they're the cast of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. The muumuu-wearing parliament smoker, that's Nurse Ratched. When Nurse Ratched is unhappy, the patients are unhappy. You're McMurphy. You swoop in there with your card games and your fishing trips.
I didn't swoop in. I came in exactly the same way everybody else did.
Well, now I'm telling you to open the wardroom window and climb on out before they give you a prefrontal lobotomy and I have to smother you with a pillow.
You're Chief
I'm Chief Bromden, yes, at this particular moment. I'm assigning an intern from the press office to that website. They're going to check it every night before they go home. If they discover you've been there, I'm going to shove a motherboard so far up your ass. What?
Well, technically, I outrank you.
So far up your ass.
Okay.
Okay?
How you doing?
Are we ready?
We are.
I believe we are. You want to walk over?
Done.
And I totally get now what you mean. Even though that clip was only a minute and 30 seconds long, it felt like forever.
Yeah.
30 minutes of just, oh my gosh.
Yeah. And that's just a little bit of it. It is, there are so many clips in here that I love to just go back and watch because they're freaking hilarious. It's the best. It's the best show.